Hi, you're watching Yoga with AJ, and today we are going to do Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or the upward facing dog pose. A few precautions. If you suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome or you've had a back injury, avoid doing this pose. If you have a headache, don't practice today, and if you're pregnant, definitely avoid this pose. I'll be showing you the pose once and then I'll break it down for you step by step. So let's get started. So we're going to start out with a gentle cobra pose, Bhujangasana on the floor. Come onto your stomach. Separate the feet, bring them hip width apart. Rest the forehead on the mat and bring the hands underneath the shoulders, or you can have them a little outside the shoulders. Press the shoulders down into their sockets. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, lift up, drawing up from the belly button to the chest. Making sure you're not lifting your shoulders, press down. As you exhale, come down. Let's try that one more time. Point the feet, press the tops of the feet gently down towards the floor. Lift the kneecaps. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Now let's focus on the legs and the upper body together. You're going to press down into the feet, point the toes, press the shoulders down your back. Press the palms into the floor as you inhale. Lengthen through the stomach, drawing up. If your neck feels good, gently look up. Make sure you're not compressing the back of the head or hardening your throat. Exhale and come down again. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Rest them for a while. Forehead still on the mat. Feet still hip width apart. Let's see what the legs are doing in this pose. Inhale, bring the right leg up, really point it. Exhale and down. One more time. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Really point, lengthen from the hip all the way to the toe and down. Now let's try doing that with the arms and the legs coming off together. Make sure you're not pressing or hurting into your lower back. Inhale and stretch up, look straight ahead. Point the feet, press the shoulders into their sockets. Exhale and come down. This time, let's hold the pose. Inhale and stretch up. And gently relax. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And slowly sit back in child's pose. So the practice we did was to understand how to press the shoulders down and work through the legs, extending the feet and pressing the tops of the feet gently into the mat while activating the legs. We're going to do one more pose to understand the strength in the arms. So bring the hands directly underneath the shoulders. Press the shoulders down. Make sure you're not hanging there. Shoulder blades go into their sockets and down the back. Lift gently through the neck. Stretch the right leg back. Pull the stomach gently in towards the spine as you exhale and stretch the left leg back. And let's try and hold here for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Gently bring the knees down. Rest for a moment. So that was to understand the strength in the arms. The arms will be straight. Even though the arms are straight, as we move forward, the shoulders don't come up. So I want to show you what can happen, which shouldn't happen. You don't want, as you come up, shoulders to rise along with you. You want to press the shoulders back. So the main difference between the cobra and the upward dog is that you're stretching forward and up, the pelvis comes off the floor and the legs are off the floor. So to understand that, if it feels difficult for you, you can have a rolled up blanket or a pillow, place it under the thighs, where your thighs might be. Lie down Curl the toes under. Let's try it this way in the beginning. Stretch yourself out, place the forehead on the mat. Bring the hands to your waist and the forearm, the lower arm, is perpendicular to the floor. Press the shoulders back. For now, just lift up through the kneecaps and the head and look up. Exhale, relax. Inhale again, just stretch up and relax. So we're going to start moving forward and up and then turn the toes over, and if you need that support of a blanket or a pillow underneath your thighs, have it there. Look straight ahead. Make sure your shoulders are not rising up. Press them down the back and make sure you're not compressing the lower back, not hurting the lower back. Look gently up. Slowly relax. Come down to the mat. Bring the hands up. Sit up. So that was a feel of what the legs feel like with maybe a rolled up blanket or a pillow under you. You can adjust it wherever you like. It could be in the middle of your thighs or just above your kneecaps. And if you have difficulty pressing up through the arms, maybe you can try with a yoga block, or you can try some support under your hands. So you have this wherever you're going to have your hands. The legs are hip width apart. Press down with your hands. Inhale, firm up the legs and press up. Try to pick the legs off the mat and then stretch the ribs gently forward, pressing big toes and the tops of the feet down. Gently look up. Slowly bring the knees and the upper body down. Release and come back to child's pose for a moment. If you felt you were straining to come into this pose and it felt really difficult, or if you felt a lot of pressure in your wrists or even in your lower back, perhaps you're not ready for this pose yet and you need to strengthen your back muscles by doing Bhujangasana, the cobra pose, and strengthening your stomach, your arms and your legs with plank poses. So perhaps you practice these two poses and come back to it. If you're ready to try and move into the pose, let's try it together. So we start lying down. Forehead on the mat, legs hip width apart. Hands flat on the floor, fingers lightly spread, close to your waist. So there's going to be an upward and forward movement. Let's try doing this in an easy way by first curling the toes under and lifting up the thighs already a little bit from the mat. Inhale, lift the head, press the shoulders down the back. Continue to move forward and then just turn the toes over, pressing down into the tops of the feet. Make sure you're not sinking from the hips or rising through the shoulders. Press down and then gently lift your chin, bringing the elbows, the creases of the elbows to the front. And gently come back down. Move yourself. Sit back in child's pose to release your lower back. Take 5 to 6 deep breaths. Stay longer if you need to. Let's try this one last time, holding for about 5 breaths. So when your hands are on the floor, you want to try and bring the elbow creases to the front, press down through the shoulders and lift from the stomach all the way to the chest. You're not making the lower back short or pressing forward or pulling from the forward ribs. If you do that, you will put a lot of pressure in your lower back and you don't want that. So let's try it one more time. So we lie down on our stomachs, forehead on the mat, hands flat on the floor, close to your waist, feet hip width apart. Press down into the tops of the feet. Inhale, stretch up, lifting the upper body and sliding forward without pressing the front ribs forward. That will press your lower back into a very uncomfortable place. So just lifting through the side ribs, lifting up through the chin gently, pressing down into your hands and turn the fronts of your elbows, the elbow creases, inner elbows to the front. Press down into the tops of the feet, Stay for one more breath. Nice deep inhalation. Nice long exhalation. Press the shoulders down. Bring the knees down. Rest for a moment. Relax the wrist. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And rest in child's pose. Rest for as long as you like. 5 to 6 breaths or even longer. So that was Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, the upward facing dog pose. It strengthens the wrists, the arms and the shoulders as well as the back, helps stretch and relieve any tension in the spine. It also strengthens the abdominal organs, opens up the lungs and the heart, helps you to breathe better. It can relieve mild depression and help you feel less tired. So remember to stay connected to yourself and subscribe to our channel Mind, Body, Soul.